These tires are in pretty good shape. I think those are a pretty good brand there. I don't know what these are. The GT70A. Summit. I never heard of that. Tread on those is almost new too. Well, this one's a little bit more worn. Wonder why. That one back there looks pretty good too. These tires. That one has been full since I brought it home. It was a little low, but I filled it up. This one was flat. I got a couple signs of cracking and dry rot. It's got 40 psi in them now. Got this here, but the tread is very thin. And these, all three of these were flat. This has got very little tread on it too, and big cracks. I'm gonna try to use this hoist like it was intended first, since I got the pulley fixed and everything. There's the engine. So hook it up, see how it goes. Well, first I'm gonna set this camera up somewhere where it can see good, hopefully. That's not so bad. I don't know, it might be kind of a pain though to run that while I'm trying to drop it in a car when I could just be right next to the engine running a chain fall. So I probably won't use it. It's a lot easier to move it around the shop on that though, rather than trying to drag it around on that engine stand. For some reason, probably because the wheels are bigger. So here's the underneath of the car. it's really not too awful bad. I don't know what we got here. That's probably not stock, is it? I don't know. Rivets. I guess that one's got some too. A little bit of rust here. But again, probably not that bad. That looks like the end of a brake line. I don't know what that is. A coil. The brake line's here. There's a brake line that's busted loose. What is that? What is that right in there? Is that a bump stop? Is that gonna keep the fenders from hitting the tires? The emergency brake cables have been cut. Not certain what that cable is. That's the speedometer cable, I bet. That plug's good. That got cut. I wonder what those were for. Maybe they plugged into the old transmission or something. Probably not a C4. Well, it took me 3 tries, but I finally got that one broke loose. And that one's going to be even harder because it's down inside of there. So I'm not even sure if I could weld that or not. You think I could weld onto that? I don't know. Okay, so you can see down in there that that is not a roller. Oh look, FedEx is here. I'm getting more parts. And also I gotta plug these holes. I gotta get a kit for that. I was thinking that maybe I'll get that roller kit because I saw them and it's just like these, only there's rollers on the bottom and there's a bar that goes across and connects these two. Up on the porch, please. Thanks. So, thinking about trying to find some Cleveland heads because I'm gonna do the head gaskets anyways, and it would be cool if I could find some cheap Cleveland heads. And it'd also be cool if I could just go ahead and do the cam. I mean, fuck, I'm doing all this, might as well go all the way, right? So I got, what's this? Bushings. Motor mounts. Gasket. Those are for the steering. One more present. Put it here with the rest of them. So if it was sitting like that and able to bolt on, but it's gotta come down like this, that's still not lined up, and it's like that. And the original one, where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. This one is too short and probably a little too high, because it needs to be here. It's sitting on the pump because it's probably right about there. So it needs to be at least a couple inches longer. Yeah, it's touching right here. So it needs to be several inches longer. It's almost just as tall. I don't know if I want to try bending it and then not getting the oil that I need. There it is, Justin. Painted black. I know you was real excited for this to happen. I just sprayed in all the little nooks and crannies and stuff. I guess I'll get it again later when I take it apart. Didn't want to flip it over because I'd wind up with oil on the paint. Oh, look at that. It's already got oil. I'll touch that up later. See that? I gotta clean that up. That's pretty bad. This is a bushing for my steering box, and it drops it down a little bit. That's the old one. And I gotta put it on that pin and then slide that back on, and that pin, slide that back on, and I gotta put the bushings in there too. Uh-oh. Well, either I gotta hammer them in or the wrong size. One of the two. Had to hammer it on. And I had to hammer it in here too. It's a snug fit. And I removed this to make it easier because it's just so congested right there. Hopefully this one will come out too, but it's kind of stiff, but I'll be able to hammer that one in because there's plenty of room. I got them installed, but now that bolt hole don't line up. So I could try to put spacers in that coupling. I'm not sure I like that idea. Or I could take a drill bit and hog out this. Make that, it'll be a little weaker, but I can't make up my mind. Those are in though. They were kind of a pain in the butt. I had to hammer a lot. Put a bolt in, get it started, and suck it in with the bolt. I dropped it down quite a bit. Almost a ½ inch. You can see, kind of see the line right there that I need to either shim it or I need to make something else work. But if I shim this, it has to be very precise in order for that bolt hole to line up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I got it. So I loosened this up and hammered it up. Maybe you can almost see the shininess, maybe a 1/16 or possibly an 1/8 of an inch. It was sticking out just a little bit on the inside right there. Right there, you can still see the shaft. It's only in there just a little bit. And then this rubber flexes, so that'll work.